Assalamualaikum. Progress report for me in the 25th of August will be reading, printing tutorial, and sketching with my ink. And according to the blog journal, I have added a few methods that can be used as a reference for my research in the synthesis of nitrogen graphene. From a 2014 paper by Ratsos, the method uses a particular ingredient called material is urea and dicyanidynamide, which is BCA, as nitrogen precursors. However, they're using multi-wall carbon nanotubes mixed with the graphene oxide to compose this. To fabricate the nitrogen dope graphene composite. And in general, the method will be similar to most of the, based on what I'm reading. It involves pyrolyzing the material in a noble gas environment such as argon, and after that will be at a really high temperature at 100 degrees Celsius for around 2 hours. And here, the 2014 paper by King Lee Hao goes that it's pretty not as dense as the other papers, which is why I think this one is more interesting and is feasible for my research. It starts with sonicating this graphene oxide mixture and stirring it with a aniline, which is what I'm using, and ultimately going to be centrifuge and wash with ethanol and dry water. Continuing on, method 17 by this 2013 paper by Bingham. This one is pretty dense, but it's interesting that they are using a different material, which is an ionic polyelectrolyte PSS, and the graphene is looks like the graphene is dispersed by sonication, and the PSS electrolyte and stored at 50 degrees for 12 hours. The PSS is then removed and filtered for another 24 hours in a particular 70 degrees Celsius, which is kind of high temperature. But ultimately, you want the sample to be washed and acetone and dried at 60 degrees. This one is particularly a bit denser than the other two that we have just discussed. So I'm not going into this in detail, but the last one used the 2014 paper by Young-Chai Q revealed that they tried the method of freeze drying the graphene oxide sheets before thermal nitridation process in the ammonia environment. So instead of using the usual, so they use ammonia as a nitrogen precursor instead of the other two. And that will conclude my progress report.